Hello there and welcome back to Random Ass Sundays, where we play a random game on a Sunday. Now this one is very slightly different. It is a random episode because it's been a while since I've actually done a second episode on a Sunday. It isn't, however, strictly a random game, because I received a lovely email from Marcus Baumer over at Backwoods Entertainment suggesting that their new game that they're working on at the minute, We Stay Behind, would be right up my street based on stuff that I've already played on the channel before. Which, after a little bit of digging, definitely looks like the case. So here we are. So, all I know about this game is there is a village that's due to be destroyed by a comet, and the villagers who live there are refusing to leave. Now I'm not sure whether it's all of the villagers and like some have evacuated and there's a few left behind that are staying put, or whether it's all of them. Now I think we play as an investigative journalist or a writer or something along those lines, and we travel to that village to investigate and I was going to say interrogate. Interrogate's not the interview. Interrogate's not the right word. Interview the people who live there and try and find out why they're so adamant to not leave. Basically, not leave the village. Sounds definitely up my street. It looks quite good as well. So, we are going to be diving straight into the demo. I will say, just before we start again, something I should have mentioned a bit earlier. This is not sponsored content. This is just me having a look at something on a developer's suggestion. They're not paying us. They're welcome to if they so desire. but they aren't, for full transparency, they are not paying me for this. It is not sponsored content. Just so you know. So, without further ado, let's do further. Grab your favourite drinks and snacks, curl up somewhere comfortable, and let's dive straight into We Stay Behind. Enjoy, guys. Enjoy. Ooh, Laburnum Creek. So this is the village that's going to be hit by a comet. I'm assuming it's an ex-health resort and not a current one. I know it's third person as well from the screenshots. It's a third person game. That's all I already know. So we're going to be diving in quite nicely here. Okay, so controls. We have left stick, which is move around. Right stick is camera. Can we... Face buttons don't do anything right now. A missing person. How old is this? August 13th. To be fair, I don't know what the date is in the game, so I don't know if that's an old one. Description of Vicky Bryce, 23 years old, smoker, from the looks of it. June 12, 1953. 23 years old, so that's what... So the date has to be 1976. Maths was never my strong suit. No, go and call this, the date's 1976. Unless it's an old picture, but it doesn't look like one. So a missing person, is it? They're all the same, or there's another one over here? Can't see that one. I wonder if these are all different. No, missing person report for Vicky Bryce. Okay, so they all seem the same. It's a nice van as well. My poor van needs a little TLC. Right, so that's the way we came in. So obviously we must have to... Really, we're just gonna park in front of the no parking sign. Alright. Hello, there's a lady over here. Let's go talk. It's very pretty, and it's very serene. The music's very serene as well. I like it. Hi, Maggie. Excuse me. Oh, hello there. A new face. We don't get so many visitors these days. It's a genuinely nice looking little place. I wouldn't mind living here. And I'm completely missed one. Oh, please call me Maggie. Welcome, welcome. Hank just called. I was expecting you already. Did you just arrive? Yes. Tell Maggie about the incident. Don't tell Maggie about the incident. I know nothing of an incident. I'm intrigued. Tell her about it, and then I can find out what this incident is. Actually, I got here last night. Something happened on the road, an accident. I spent last night in the police station. In the police station, you mean you slept there? Well, that's no place to spend your first night in Laburnum Creek. Come on, I'll get some tea. You can tell me what happened. Go on then, lead on. This way now. I'm afraid I don't have coffee. I don't drink it either, but I'm assuming the character probably drinks tea. I'll just go. I love tea. Yeah, I love tea. I would prefer tea than coffee if I had to actually choose personally, because I can like add so much water that you can barely taste the tea. Right. So nice to have a visit again. I should be paying attention. Go on in. Little air conditioning unit. Oh, that's cool. I like that. This is a really nice house. This is like legit a really nice house. So, tea. There's some iced tea. There's also some honey mushroom tea, still hot if you're feeling adventurous. Honey mushroom tea. Iced tea, green tea. Honey mushroom tea. I've never heard of honey mushroom tea. I can safely say I've never heard of it either. I make it myself. Very refreshing with just a little kick. When you say kick, you know, I wouldn't drink it before operating a crane or doing an open heart surgery. Oh, so it's alcoholic, maybe. Or drug laden. No, you know what? Forget, let's go for it. Let's go. I wasn't planning on doing the open heart surgery. Honey mushroom tea it is. Coming right up. Take a seat, dear. Where we're sitting. This genus of mushroom only grows in Laburnum Creek. How about that? So I'm looking at the pictures on the thing. Now, don't be nervous. We don't need you floating out the window. Really? Think of it just like putting on a pair of reading glasses. Everything gets zipped just a little sharper. Did I make a mistake? What are you doing? Alright, so am I supposed to be going to sit down? Just say take a seat. Oh wait, so we are going. Alright. Yeah, let's just sit down in the armchair. Ah, that's better. So you're a writer? Yes, I am. Anything I would have read? Well, Laburnum Creek would be the perfect setting for a romance, don't you think? Quite possibly, yes. It's a nice looking little village. Be honest, be evasive, be blunt. Be honest. Honesty is a good policy. I'm not actually a novelist, I'm a reporter for the Clarion. So she is a journalist. I thought she was. I'm writing a series about small communities facing an existential threat. Okay. Well, this one seems to be the place. Well, they don't come smaller than Laburnum Creek, I suppose. I know everyone and everything here, so whatever you need to know, just ask. That's actually really handy. Ask about the resort. Tell me about the resort. We're going to go from the top. Back when the spa was open, there was really nothing else like it. People came from everywhere. Even from the big city. Movie stars and Kennedys all running around the woods in their bathrobes. I forgot it's 76, isn't it? Well, maybe I'm writing my book about the wrong thing. It's so much quieter now. That's how I like it. Folks in Laburnum Creek prefer to live in the present, you know? Sure. Keep listening. Just gonna let it go. I expect you want to talk to everyone. There's Beaumont's over in the Golden View Inn. The whole hotel is pretty much mothballed these days. He got sick, you see. I'm sure Miss Harris would talk to you. She's an artist, you know. Mrs. Harris, sorry. Gotta be correct on that. And well, Foster Lovell knows this place better than anyone, apart from me. It's just a matter of whether you catch him on a good day. And talk to Frank Lagar up at the lumber mill. There's quite a few people to talk to. This is all great, Maggie, but I think I'd like to unpack first. Where am I staying? Oh, of course you would. Shut up, Maggie. Let the girl settle in. I'm sorry, it's just that I slept so badly last night. My head's still pounding. Ah, she said knowingly. Well, I wouldn't worry about that, my dear. Visits to the resort often take a day or two to get in tune with the vibrations. Places do have a different vibe. They really do have different vibes. Be inquisitive. The vibrations? You can feel them? Maybe it's just a mushroom tea. Well, I don't know if it's the altitude or the way the wind shudders through the pines. Maybe it's cosmic rays. I couldn't tell you, but Laburnum Creek does something to people. It's doing its thing to you right now, and you're going to feel so much better soon. I can't wait. Now let's get you unpacked. I don't know where I'm staying. Where am I staying? So you received a warm welcome? I'd say so. Maggie was very nice to me. She fixed up a cabin and was able to get some rest. I don't know where I am right now. So far, that sounds pretty good. The next day, I had a look around Laburnum Creek. Ooh, that's nice. That's pretty. Are we getting up? Let's have a bit of a chat. Ooh, oh, okay. Right trigger is jog. Y to show map. This is a huge map. I'm wondering if are we going to get a vehicle? Can we take the van? Right? Can we take the van around to places? I'm assuming we're probably limited right now as to where we can go. Right, so this is... Is this Maggie's house? Can I zoom in? Alright, I think that's Maggie's house. Or is it... Wait, if we find the car, let's find the van, and then we can work out which one was Maggie's house, and then we can go to a different Right, okay. I get it. So this one right here is Maggie's house. We don't need to go back in there because we are done. Can we go and knock on this door? No, we can't. I'm getting the feeling this one is the same because we don't have glass on the front. I'm assuming if there's no interior done yet, then it's going to be black windows. So I don't know where we're supposed to be going right now. Oh, so, okay, so red's hiking trails. Keeps on telling us to go to the map, but I don't know why I'm going to the map. Unless I'm just leaving the village entirely. Although I think we can get in this house, can't we? Yes, this one has an interior. Or is this my cabin? I think this could be the cabin that I'm renting. Or I'm using. Alright. Which makes sense because we were right on the doohickey over there. I forgot what it's called. Pier. Pier? Dock? Right. Oh, okay, so I can fast travel. That's probably what it was wanting us to do. Let's go and talk to these guys in here. Closed. So Lovel's is closed. This house is on the other side though. Can we go talk to people? Although from the looks of it, this answers my question. So I think some people have evacuated and there's only a select few that are remaining behind. Head to tourist info. Closed? No, we're not. The visit centre was open, but nobody was around. Sorry. This must have been something I missed out entirely. Large stop. Oh, it reminds me of a scene from an old movie. Pretty white lady points at the ring, says, "Here I was born and there I died." Ghost story? If only I could remember what it was called. No one behind everything. This must be Vicky Bryce's workplace. She's been missing for a while. Okay, so Vicky Bryce was the receptionist here. Alright. Is there anyone around? Anyone else around that we can chat to? Wait, that's the... We've just been there, haven't we? Yeah, so that's the thing there. Right, so let's go back to the van. Can we actually drive the van manually? And we've just been fast traveling, or is it just not implemented? Is it just a fast travel thing? Abandoned town. I can go and see the sheriff. I don't quite know what the plan is right now. Are we just exploring? Abandoned town. So it is just fast travel. Seeing the abandoned town for the first time was kind of surreal. I can well imagine. All the buildings were boarded up. Stuff people left behind was just standing around. It was a ghost town. Oh, okay. So we're just doing a bit of an explore. All right. People panicked when they first heard about the comet. Everyone who could or who wanted to packed up and left town straight away. I'm assuming this is back after the game. Like I'm talking to me journalist or something, me editor or something like that. Guess that's a reasonable reaction from people living in a soon-to-be crater. But as you know, not everyone reacted the same. I do indeed. We're going to get attacked. Wait, what's this over here? Can we investigate garage? Looks like people just dropped everything and went, but why? Didn't they have time to prepare? Looks like a movie set. Comet burns towards Earth, the people drop everything and run. I mean, that's the thought. If you knew a comet was coming, would you hang around and like pack up like slowly, or would you actually go get out of there as quickly as possible? Are there any mail in here? No, there isn't. There is no mail. Let's head this way. Are we going back to see Maggie? Should we go back and try and see Maggie? Or I don't know if she's the only one in the demo to talk to. Ooh, abandoned house. Why do people board up the houses if they aren't coming back? I don't know. I generally don't know why they would do that. Unless they think that it's not going to cause like major structural damage. It's just going to hit the lake or something. My TV wants to turn itself off. Maybe they took the glass to sell or something. I don't know. It's an odd behavior. But it's kind of like a disaster kind of thing. Like any disaster, people tend to board up the windows. Right, so I think I'm done here, maybe? Should we head back? We've got a choice of Maggie, Harris. Let's go Harris. We haven't been across that way. Mr. Lovell. Artist. There he is. There's another human being. Hello. Oh, Emily. Not Harris. Oh, hello. You haven't seen any new faces around here for a long time. Introduce. Hi, my name is Laura Tanner. I'm writing an article about this place. About the people here and the comet. You write? That's awesome. I'm an artist too. I'm not so much an author, more a journalist. There's art in that too. Don't sell yourself short. Anyway, you can call me Mimi. Everybody else does. Can I ask for? Do you have time? Do you have time to answer some questions for me? Let's ask for an interview. Oh, I'd love to, but it's not a good day for it. All right. We got talking to Foster up at the store, and you know how it is. Not quite, but I'm sure we're going to find it. Now I'm running late and everything is messed up. Oh, okay. So he didn't make you depressed or anything. He's literally just kept you talking for a bit too long. If the day gets messed up, my head gets messed up. Totally sucks. I've got to get the sculpture finished today or my brain will melt. Talking about Cask? Who's Foster? Foster Lovell. He's our buddy. Runs a store in town. You know what? He'll be home by now. He's all alone up there now Sarah's gone. All alone. You should visit him up at Conifer Canyon. Tell him we sent you. Oh, nice. So we can go up there. Okay, I'll look him up. May as well ask about the sculpture while we're here. What's the deal with this sculpture? You got quite a few of them. Oh, it's kind of my signature piece. How do you like it? Friendly. Such detailed work. Fascinating. What do you feel when you look at it? Take your time. Depending on who you are, the effect is different. Was it Denkinsey? So this statue, these statues here. Lady Macbeth, childbirth, capitalism, murder, avoid saying. I don't know, I don't think it... Should we go childbirth just for the sake of it? I hope this doesn't sound too weird. It's kind of like a midwife's hand, all red and goopy. Not quite what I was going for, but I didn't know what else to say. Visceral, yeah, but full of care. Yeah, that's definitely one of the things I wanted to convey. Any other thoughts? Please don't ask me again. They're a bit repetitive. They're also different. What about the other hand? They are a bit repetitive. They all look the same. Looking at all of them together, there's sort of real repetition going on. Huh, you really think so? Each time I carve one or I refine the design, they're all different. I mean, it's the same... One day I'll get it just perfect and then I'll stop. I mean, if these are all like prototypes, then yeah, I understand them all looking the same or looking very similar. I have to go. I gotta get back to work. Take care. Yeah, like, I can understand if they're all like prototypes and you're refining it, that's perfectly fine. It's just the fact that they all look identical to me. These sculptures are all over the place. Oh, big red wooden hand. Hello, do you have time, Mr. Harris? Hello. What brings you to Laburnum Creek in these strange times? I'm writing an article about the people here and about the comet. Ah, the meteor? Like, that's our biggest problem. Anyway, welcome to Laburnum Creek. Interview? Do you have time for a short interview? I'm sorry, gotta make progress on the house. And Mimi's mad busy with the sculptures. Best not bother her when she's in that kind of mood. You know how it is. Yes, too bad. But I'm going fishing on the lake tomorrow morning. Why don't you come with me and we can talk? Sounds great. I'm in. Problems. What do you mean? This town's bigger problems than total extinction? Laburnum Creek is a weird place, I'm sure you've noticed. Have you heard about Vicky? The poor girl disappeared without a trace in the forest. And people talk about some kind of monster out there. We don't even know for sure if the meteor is actually going to hit. It could burn up in the atmosphere before it even hits land or sea. I'd say that lump of rock in the sky is the least of our worries. Actually, I'm wondering, can I see it? Can we actually see the... I don't think we can see it from here. Mimi's your partner? Huh, yeah, she's my wife. It's okay, you're not the first to ask. She's a tad bit younger. And are you working on the house together? I mean, yeah, when it's right for her. When she needs to sculpt, well, she needs to sculpt. Is that a McWoodsmith 550? My Gramps could have had one. Sure is. Couldn't have got this far without her. So, tell me about Vicky. She disappeared in the forest. What kind of monster? People really don't talk about it around here. But Vicky, she was obsessed with it. She was sure it was out there. The Sasquatch. Okay. She offered nature tours. Be careful what you wish for, I guess. Do you think that... I don't know. Do you believe in the Sasquatch? That's all I know. Fishing trip. I'm looking forward to catching some fish tomorrow. Me too. I normally go with Foster, but he said he couldn't make it tomorrow. Do you know Foster? Not yet. Foster Lovell, yeah. He's been good to us through the years. Hey, I'm sure he could make time to talk to you. So I guess we're going to go and see Foster next. Are you renovating the house all by yourself? Yeah, it's a lot. Sometimes I feel like I'm not making any progress at all. But I gotta make it ready for a whole family of Harrises. So we gotta keep at it. I feel it. Keep pushing on. Alright. Goodbye, Miss Harris. I'll see you later. See you tomorrow. Let's get out of here then. Let's go and talk to Mr. Lovell. Take the car. Wait, can I go? Oh, there we go. Foster Lovell. Let's go to the Lovell's house. So maybe we were to Foster Lovell. Your first interview. Exactly. I was pretty excited. How'd your head feel? Better. It got better. Maggie said the pain was just me getting acclimated things. Sorry, I completely stumbled on that word entirely there. Acclimated things. Oh wait, I'm in control. Oh wait, so we are going to be able to control the van. I like this. And the interview, what were you hoping for? Insight. I was anxious to hear each and every one. I wanted to get to the bottom of it. Bottom of what exactly? Why do so many people want to stay here when it meant their certain death? I see. At that point, I had no idea what was to come. I just nearly flipped that. I just nearly flipped that there. I don't know if I'm going the right way. Am I going the right way? I can't even look at my map. I'm assuming we're going to stop when we need to stop. It's not like we're not Congo. This is literally the fastest we can go. Which is not bad because I really don't want to go any faster than this because it's quite steered. This van steers like a boat. I don't know how far we're going. I'm assuming we're just going to go until it changes screens or till it tells us to stop or something like that. It's looking very nice though. I'm impressed. I am actually impressed already. It's a little bit janky, but it's like a super early demo, so I don't like hold that against them. It's like a introduction. Don't crash into his car. Hello, Mr. Lovell. Excuse me, sir. We ain't buying. Just want to talk to you. Am I right there? Can I help you carry these? Well, we ain't buying books either. Mr. Lovell, please. My name's Laura Tanner. I'm a... What did you say? Wait a minute. You... Is everything okay, Mr. Lovell? No, nothing's okay. You shouldn't have come. Questions? I just want to ask you a few questions. They'll be quick, I promise. Can we talk? Follow me. I've just nearly walked off the edge there. Let's not do that. That's not good. This is another nice house. Have a seat, miss. Which one? Okay. Oh, this is a nice view. We're just going to keep this view. We're not going to move the camera. This is it. That's a bloody comet up there. See it? Oh, my lord. Friendly. Your house is beautiful. Thank you. My wife designed it herself. She studied architecture. Smartest woman I ever met. Is she here? No. No, Sarah passed 12 years ago. Oh, I'm sorry. Right, so tell me about Laburnum Creek. How long have you lived in Laburnum Creek? My whole life. I run the general store going on 30 years now. I can see the grey hair. Scenery here is incredible. Oh sure, I know these mountains like they were all friends. But sometimes... Mr. Lovell? What were you going to say? What were you going to say? Oh, it's nothing. Sometimes you see an old friend and you hardly recognise him. That's all. Strange. Now, maybe it's you that changed and maybe it's them. Sometimes this whole place seems unfamiliar. Tell me about the store. You said you run the store? Mm-hmm. I've done my part to try and look after this community. I don't know what else to do. So are you really going to stay in Laburnum Creek? Where else should I go? And stay with family? Do you have any family you could stay with? I have two boys out there, but no, I couldn't. The way we left things after Sarah passed. No, bad blood. Okay, tell me about the locals. So, how are the locals? They're fine. But are they, you know... Oh, I see. No, you'll be fine. The only assholes who stuck around are equal opportunity assholes. That's quite funny. Good to know, thank you. I think I must just misclicked. What do you mean when I say bad blood? Nothing. Forget about it. Mr. Lovell, I'm just trying to get a picture. The picture is, I don't want to talk about it, okay? Okay, sure. I'm sorry. I'm sleeping badly. Bad dreams, you know. Can we change the subject? Also sleeping badly. I'm not sleeping so well myself. Maggie says it has something to do with vibrations. Exactly. Is that comet moving in? Is that comet in the same position it was when I first started this conversation? If vibrations don't get the skeeters, will mosquitoes? Skeeters? Mosquitoes? Nah, she has no idea what's happening here. What's happening? What is happening here, Mr. Lovell? There's obviously something on your mind. My mind? If you could understand the thing that I went a bit too fast there. It feels like this place is pulling me apart. Those dreams. Bad dreams. Can you tell me about your dreams? I see things at night mostly. I know I'm not the only one, but no one talks about it. What do you see? I can't. I just can't. Maggie tried to help. Told me to write it down. Didn't much help. Some things are hard to put into words. That's very true. Felt like self-indulgent foolishness. Press him a little bit. Could you try to describe your dreams for me? I tried. I wrote it all down, but... You know what they say about small towns like this? Not quite. There's something in the water. I think it's true. What do you mean, Mr. Lovell? I see things and then they're gone. Like something out the corner of your eye. I've seen you here before too. Wait, you have? Mr. Lovell, I just got here yesterday. I shouldn't have said that, I'm sorry. It's the water. I haven't touched it for a week. But it's just getting worse. Mr. Lovell. Stop pushing me, okay? I told you I didn't want to talk about it. Okay, let's take a break. Is this what you do, Mr. Tanner? Go around interviewing crazies and kooks? Get a funny story, put in your article for city folks to laugh at? That's not moving. Diplomatic. He's up a height. Let's go diplomatic with it. I'm not making fun of you, Mr. Lovell. I don't think you're crazy. I think you're frightened. I don't know why. I just don't know what you're frightened of. You're damn right I'm frightened. Got me trapped here like a caged animal. You should leave. What? I said get out, goddammit. Okay, I'm going. Just get in your car and drive. You can't help us. And the night after that, it happened. What happened? Explosion in the distance. The hell's going on here? Oh, it's not the comet. That wasn't the comet. What the hell happened to his place? Alright, okay. That's the end of the demo. Oh good, we're going back to a menu. We're staying on this screen. Let's just leave the screen on then. Let's go. Alright, we're on the main menu. Alright, so that was very intriguing. That actually, it started off a little bit slow. And like no real instructions, which is, it's by the by. It's one of those, it's like I said before, it's an early demo. Obviously it's a work in progress, so not everything's going to be all polished and peachy, and obviously I'm not going to knock anyone for that. It's just, you know, I think start off a little bit on the slow side, not entirely sure what was going on. However, that conversation with Mr. Lovell, that grabbed me. That really grabbed me. I'm very intrigued as to what's actually going on. There seemed to be possibly a supernatural undercurrent to it, or paranormal, or alien kind of thing. There's definitely something, a secret to be found under the surface. Surface level, it looks normal. The fact that we pushed him and we got kicked out of that guy's house, and I think his house exploded that night, which is what the explosion was. I don't think the comet was responsible. I think something else was responsible. That immediately grabbed us. I'm very intrigued as to what the heck's going on in this village. Definitely one to keep an eye on. I'm more than likely going to head to the Kickstarter. They are on Kickstarter, actually. Obviously, like I said before, links will be down below in the ping, probably a pinned comment, as well as in the description. If you have liked this, if you like the look of it, go show them some love, either by doing Kickstarter, like going pledging for them, or even hitting the wishlist button on Steam. Add it to your wishlist, which helps the developer to no end, because it lets Steam know that people are interested in it, and then that will push them up onto, like, higher up the rankings onto the main page, so that more people see it. Overall, very intrigued. Very intrigued. Well done, guys. You grabbed us. Well done. I don't know if you're going to be watching this or not, but thumbs up. You're doing a damn good job. Keep up. Keep up with it. You grabbed us. I'm going to pledge. I am going to pledge something. Just to help, not to, just to help you out, but you know, I'm going to pledge something. Again, this obviously wasn't sponsored. This is all from the heart. So guys, like I said, go show them some love. Add it to your wish list. Go pledge if you want to pledge. Even just go to their Twitter and show them some love on the Twitter page. Top draw. Top draw. So guys, short and sweet. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, let me know in the comment section below. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Come check out some other stuff that we'll have going on. We would love to have you here. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you again for all the support. It is much appreciated. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. I love you all from the bottom of my heart, and you all know what's coming. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And as always, see you on the flip side. Bye bye.